Good morning, Big Ten fans. Welcome back to another edition of the Big Ten Morning Minutes. I'm your host, Michael Chen. It is Friday, March 22nd, 2019. You can give me a follow on the Twitter machines at MFC2123. Happy weekend, happy Friday, happy second day of the NCAA tournament. And normally I don't do this. Usually I'm giving you stuff going on after what's going on the court, off the field, etc. But I think that we can make a little bit of exception for the next few episodes due to the fact that you just can't get enough of the damn NCAA tournament. I mean, really, what a fantastic start yesterday. What a day. And what a great start for the Big Ten. So recap, quickly go over some of the scores and what I saw. I actually had a good amount of the day off yesterday, so I got to watch plenty of the games. So we'll get into it. Michigan State defeated Bradley by a very slim margin of only 11 points. I'm a big fan of Michigan State and Tom Izzo. Not a fan of what they did yesterday. They did not look like a national championship caliber team. On top of that, Tom Izzo had a very widely seen blow up on Aaron Henry, and I hate it. I didn't like seeing that. I thought that was very childish on Izzo's part. And then on top of that, he makes a statement that I hate as well. In his postgame, he mentioned that the can't let the inmates run the asylum. I cannot stand that phrase. I think it's very poor, very poorly worded. I, for one, am kind of disappointed in Tom Izzo. I think that he's better than that, very much so. And I would like to see him be a little bit more compassionate about things like that. Unfortunately, Izzo went the other route. I get it. There's two ways of teaching. There's the tough way and there's the easy way. And obviously, Izzo went with the tough way on this one. I understand, giving a little bit of emotion to some of your players, but I thought that was just too much. And again, to me, I didn't see a national championship caliber team in that first round. I get it; it's the first round. Bradley obviously had some issues going into the tournament. There's a lot of drama aside from just them making it, but that rallies teams sometimes. But again, I just didn't see a national championship caliber team in Michigan State, which ultimately means that I potentially was wrong about the fact that they were seeded a little bit low on the 2 end instead of the 1. So a 1 seed would not beat a 16 seed by 11. There's not much of a difference between a 15 and a 16 in my estimation. And for them to struggle, losing at halftime, and really have to turn it on the second half, that's just not championship caliber level for me. And a championship caliber level team that I think there was 2 of in the Big Ten, and the other one resides in the same state in Michigan, they did what a 2 seed should do to a 15. They put a hurting down on Montana. The Wolverines and Charles Matthews, who seems like he is healthy, which is scary for the rest of the field, because if Charles Matthews is healthy, this Wolverine team is damn good. 74-55. They had a great first half. They outscored the Grizz 13 points, and then although the margin was only 6 in the second half, they still did enough to almost accrue a 20-point win, 19 points. Very impressive. Again, I think Michigan and Michigan State were the 2 best teams in the conference. After day 1, I would continue to say that that's the case. However, I think only one of those could be a national title contender, and to me, that looks like it is going to be the Wolverines. And the other team that I thought that has an outside chance of making a run, I wouldn't say that they're national title contenders. I would say that they're in the top 12, top 10 group of teams in the country. It's just Purdue. And Purdue played well yesterday, although it was all the first half. They played even against Old Dominion in the second half, 61-48. Again, Carson Edwards was fantastic. Hit a bunch of deep threes. I mean, a bunch of them. and Old Dominion just couldn't stop them. The 61-48 win advances Purdue to the second round. And I thought that aside from that, the conference obviously showed out pretty well yesterday. They didn't lose a game, so hey, it's that's good news for the conference. It's a good showing. They went 3-0. Lots of games today, however. Starting off with the first game of the day, the Hawkeyes taking on the Bearcats at 11:15. I think that should be a very interesting one. It's at Nationwide Arena in Columbus, so I was pretty familiar with the area, and I would suggest that Cincinnati is as well. They both obviously travel up to Ohio State and play some games. Cincinnati played Ohio State earlier in the season, so this one will be interesting to see. I think that this is a very evenly matched game, and hopefully the Big Ten continues their streak of good luck with a win for the Hawkeyes. The Badgers taking on the hot Oregon Ducks. Oregon, obviously, they won their conference tournament to get in. They're playing their best basketball of the year. Ethan Happ and Wisconsin, very good team. Surprisingly, the line's only 2 points for Wisconsin, so I think a lot of people are thinking that Oregon has the opportunity to upset Wisconsin. I think Wisconsin does a good job and continues to do some good work on that end. And then one more game here for the conference. You've got the Buckeyes taking on Iowa State in a late game at 8:50 start. So it'll be interesting to see how the Buckeyes play in this one. They're obviously they struggled down the road. Getting Caleb Wesson back was pretty important for the team. As you can see, they're a little bit different team when he's on the court, but I think they've been kind of a Jekyll and Hyde team this year, and it'll be interesting to see how they end up going and playing this weekend. And so obviously you've got the teams, the aforementioned Purdue, Michigan State, and Michigan moving on. I'm missing a team. I know there's 8 teams in the conference, and I'm missing one, I believe, which makes me feel a little weird. I don't know what happened. I'm looking at the scores, and I don't see an 8th Big Ten team here. I'm going crazy. It's Friday. Yesterday was a long day of basketball. I don't know what's going on. My brain apparently not working today, because there should be a couple extra games, at least one more game for the conference. I thought, oh well, I guess I am wrong on that one, because I looked at it again. So anyways, obviously the few teams, Michigan State, Michigan, and Purdue are moving on, and we'll see if some of the other Big Ten teams move on with them as well. One other note, obviously Indiana is going to continue their move on to the NIT. They are going to play Saturday. They are going to, I don't believe that the time has been announced, but they'll be playing in the morning against Arkansas. So obviously watch out for that one, because this is interesting. And then you've got Nebraska playing in that as well, and we'll see what actually ends up happening with Bill Moose's decision on Tim Miles, as there's more and more rumors about that regardless of what Miles does, Hoiberg is going to take over at the end of the season. And then one note on the hardwood, not much going on yesterday, obviously lots of basketball. CBS updated their mock draft, and this is the first time that we've actually seen, I think, a little bit more disparity, especially you've gotten pro days are coming. Obviously, the combine happened. So you've got some things that are out there, and people are very interested into seeing it, and they've made some changes to their mocks. It does look like the Arizona Cardinals are going to pass on Nicky Bosa and move on with Kyler Murray. Looks like they're going to kind of hit the reset button after drafting Josh Rosen in the first round last year. All the mocks seem to have him going 1, which bumps Bosa down to 2 to the 49ers. I think the 49ers would be very, very happy about that. And then you're looking at Dwayne Haskins dropping also. The chatter of the Giants not wanting to go after a quarterback and sticking with the 38-year-old Eli Manning. It boggles my mind, but okay, I guess. In this mock, you've got Haskins going 9 in a trade to Miami. Miami ends up trading up to get him. Not happy with Ryan Tannehill. I wouldn't be either. You've got Devin Bush right after Haskins' couple picks at 11 going to Cincinnati. Right after him at 12, TJ Hawkinson going to the Packers. Another Big Tenor in Rashawn Gary going 13 right after that to Buffalo. And then the last Big Ten player, Noah Fant, going to 26 to the Patriots. So there's still the same names pretty much in this mock draft, but obviously moved around a little bit more. So I think that those players can lock themselves into first round selections. It just kind of depends on where they're going. Nobody really knows at this current moment. So we'll keep an eye out for that. Obviously, the NFL draft is coming up next month, and we'll get obviously a few more mocks between now and then, and I'll update you as I can when I see them. And that's going to do it for me this morning on the Big Ten Morning Minutes. I appreciate you listening. You can give me a follow on the Twitter machines at MFC21. Follow the website page at 2 Cents Pods on Twitter as well. Give us a like on Facebook, 2 Cents Pods. I hope you had a lot of fun watching those games yesterday, because I sure as hell did. It was an absolute blast. Again, one of my favorite weekends in all of sports, the NCAA tournament, the first 2 days. It's just basketball after basketball after basketball, drama, drama, drama. Absolutely love it. Make sure you get a chance to watch some of the Big Ten teams this weekend, and obviously enjoy. Hope your brackets aren't busted, and have a great weekend, Big Ten fans.